I was vegan for 4 years and I had great health benefits from eating a lot cleaner, cutting out animal products, and living with a lot more alignment. But deep down, something still wasn't working for me. My allergies to pollen were still very present, my digestion was still sluggish, and I had inflammation in my body and pain. I knew there was another level of growth and healing for me. I just didn't know what that looked like. So I did some research and I came to learn the power of raw living foods. And I surrendered to that. In this video, I'm going to share with you the truth about why I made that shift and how it completely transformed my body, my mind, and even my connection with God. When I first went vegan, my body definitely improved. I felt lighter, cleaner, and more conscious. But I still had underlying issues, like the inflammation, the allergies, the constipation, and still feeling sluggish. What I didn't realize was that even though vegan food can be healthy, a lot of it is still acidic and dehydrating to the body. Things like rice, pasta, cooked oils, and processed vegan substitutes. I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to completely heal and remove these underlying issues that had plagued me for so many years. So I made the shift to raw foods, and within just 2 months, my inflammation dropped massively, my skin softened and became a lot more hydrated, and my energy levels really had lifted. One of the biggest realizations I had was that raw food was in fact living food. It's full of enzymes, structured water, and it's full of life force. The very thing that gets destroyed the moment we cook our food. Think about it. If you plant a raw sweet potato in the ground, you water it, you nurture it, it will sprout and it will grow. But if you cook that same sweet potato, you plant it in the ground, it's already dead. And because it's dead, nothing will grow from it. That's the difference between what nourishes the body and what simply fills it. Living foods are full of enzymes, and enzymes keep our body functioning. When we cook our food, our body becomes enzyme deficient. And when we use more enzymes than what our body can produce, issues arise like constipation, bloating, and other illnesses. Once I started flooding my body with juices, fruits, coconuts, and fresh salads, I noticed something unbelievable. In a matter of 2 months, my skin became so soft to the point where a lot of people commented on how soft my hands and even feet were. It was like my body was finally hydrating again from the inside out. The second was a spiritual surrender. Going raw vegan for me wasn't just a diet change. It was a true spiritual surrender. For the first time, I felt like I was letting my body and God take control over the healing process instead of me trying to control everything myself. I stopped forcing outcomes and started listening to my intuition. My cravings for clean foods and water really became present. As my body cleansed and detoxed, my mind became really clear and a lot quieter rather than the noise I was experiencing before. And I started finding more peace, more gratitude, and a lot more connection with something greater than myself. Going raw wasn't just about healing my body. It was helping me rebuild my faith and having a continued surrender to God as I understood God. And I understand Him today. It's no wonder why fasting is very known and used in religion, because through letting go of our dependency on food, we become a lot more dependent on Him. And it's through this process we really cleanse and heal. So it's been my experience. The third is digestion and elimination. One of the biggest transformations came through my digestion. Raw fruits and vegetables are filled with structured water and fiber, which help move food through our body quickly and efficiently. When I went completely raw vegan and finished doing an extended juice fast, I started going to the bathroom 3 times a day, one for each meal. That's the example of a healthy colon. it's meant to function that way. I never knew this before, but because I had never experienced it, I didn't know. So going to the bathroom, however many times you have a meal throughout the day, is what the goal should be. And it's what happened to me. This allowed for my body to absorb the food and water I was having a lot more efficiently, more than ever before. The more I eliminated, the more energy and mental clarity I began to have. I felt my body finally operating the way it was designed to operate. Next is energy and mental clarity. When you eat raw foods, your body doesn't have to waste energy breaking it all down and breaking down heavy cooked meals. That means more energy is available for healing, thinking, creating, and just living your life. So back when I was eating cooked vegan meals, even though they are considered healthy, I often felt sluggish, foggy, and tired after eating. But once I made that transition, I went raw, that shifted really fast. My mind and my thoughts became a lot clearer, and I could actually feel energy flowing through me consistently throughout the day. For example, when I used to have pasta, I get a huge energy spike and then a crash later on. In other words, a siesta. But when I switched to raw foods and having a lot more smoothies, the natural sugars were absorbed slowly and steadily in my body, creating lasting energy that carried me through the day. Going raw became more than just food. It became a way of living. It aligned with nature, simplicity, and what I found to be real truth. So if you're wondering, where do I even start? I suggest starting with a juice fast. It gave my body a clean slate and now allowed real healing to happen. Click the link down below. I created a free training that walks you through step by step how to do this, but to do it successfully. The juice fast changed everything for me, physically, mentally, and certainly spiritually. If you're ready to feel lighter, clearer, and closer to your true self, that's where I'd begin. So all the best on your healing journey, and I'll see you in the next one.